Today, I have Dr. Sandy Rogers, Minister
Reverend.
Sandy, Reverend.
Yeah,
Oh, boy, see, gotta be Reverend. Reverend Sandy Rogers. Thank you so much for joining me today.
sure.
And
Yes.
you are both a holistic, you're into holistic medicine. Tell us a little bit about yourself, introduce yourself, and let us know about your journey.
Sure. Thank you so much for having me. This is really
Absolutely.
a pleasure and an honor. And so I've been on this community development, personal empowerment mission for a long time. I actually started when I was 10 back in Watts, California, and I've been learning and been doing ever since. So I'm learning, I'm a master gardener, I'm a film producer, I am a reverend, as she announced, and I've been in the cannabis and in natural care for a long time. So my mom, back in the 70s, the early 70s, would always talk to us and carry around this book on herbs, right? And she was like, there is something wrong with what they're putting in the pills that they're making us take now.
Mm.
And if God have all of these plants, why aren't we learning them?
Yeah.
And why aren't we making up us some concoctions versus taking what the chemicals are?
Yeah.
And so that's where I got my introduction. And I've just been going at it ever since.
I love
Yeah.
that. You know, I find my husband and I recently picked up a book and we committed to a raw detox, a raw fruit and vegetable detox. And it talked about how when you use what God gave you from the earth to replenish your body, then you are able to also really replenish it from a cellular level.
Yes.
Like you're really able to just kind of not only detox but reconnect with your healing from a more natural space. And so I love that your mother was the person to introduce you to, instead of going in the modernized microwave way of pain relief and management of any sort of matter, to get back to the herbal aspect and what we've been given in order to do that. So tell me, how did you discover the medical benefits of cannabis?
Actually, through my mother.
Okay. Yes, mom.
Yeah. So she was diagnosed with several health issues.
Okay.
And the pills just kept coming, kept coming, kept coming. And she was getting sicker and sicker and sicker. And she had all of these side effects that they warn about, right? And I know I had gone to the doctor with her a couple of times and would talk to him about, she would be cooking and then all of a sudden she would just pass out, or she was washing dishes and she would just go to sleep, just slump over, pass out, faint. I'm not sure what the correct terminology would be for that, but she would lose her consciousness. And so I would take her to the doctor and I would be, so why is she on this? And does she have to stay on this? And they would be like, well, yeah. I'm like, but it's causing all of this. Oh, we know. So they know what they're doing, but they prescribe them anyway.
Yeah.
And it started causing so many issues in my mother's body because she wasn't accustomed to pills and chemicals, right? And just awful. It was just awful. And my youngest brother had done some research, and he said, well, I think the CBD would be really helpful. I was at a loss because I didn't know, right? And that was the only thing that gave her any type of comfort, any type of relief. So the same lady that taught us about herbs and the benefit, because they're from God, they're not in a laboratory being manufactured,
Right.
and they don't cause these additional
Side
side effects or harming something else in your body, right? And she became so much better,
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had a conference, we have a conference each year called the Elevated Educator Conference, and the company always invites canna nurses who specialize in the endocannabinoid system and specialize in cannabinoid wellness. And many of them say that they would prefer to prescribe cannabis
Right.
versus any sort of medication because of the lack of side effects.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that cannabis prescribed provides the patient with a better overall experience
Right.
as opposed to a lot of chemicals. And I know firsthand watching members of my family who've aged, I've actually had surgeries where I've used cannabis opposed to prescriptions that have been provided, that I have felt a more, it's almost like you're rejuvenating as you're healing as opposed to just sedating
Mm-hmm.
and managing pain and managing ailments. And so I love that you were able to be open-minded when your brother brought it to you and decided to administer that to your mom. Were you able to see her have a better, were you able to provide better care for her? Did you notice that she had a better experience than opposed to the prescription medication?
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Wow.
She was able to sleep.
Wow.
And there would be times where her reactions to some of that medicine, because we still don't know, the doctors still haven't done the necessary research to say, well, you can't take this pill with that pill because it'll do this in your body.
Right.
Or don't take this one with that one, the same thing. But yet and still, they're prescribing them like that,
That's right.
especially to the elders.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because they don't care or if they get more money as a
Right.
reason. I don't know, and I'm not going to go there.
We
I
drop our
promise I'll not.
conspiracy theories from time to
Yeah,
time. It's
yeah.
okay. It's a safe space.
So, because she would become violent and she
Yeah.
would want to attack people, like just all up in your face kind of thing, but that would calm her down and give her some rest. And yeah.